Before we get into this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And as I always say, if you see this video on your timeline, make sure you share. So let's get into the video.
Till you experience something like death, you will find anybody like you know, like pray with me, ask what I'm supposed to do, because I mean we hear this all the time, ask God to forgive you. I do it daily, but it was just so different. I never had that experience. And so when the doctor came in, she had her thing, she put that thing down, her thing, she was like, look, she was like, look, you got 48 hours to deliver this baby. The baby is fine. You're not fine. Right. If you don't deliver this baby, you're gonna die. Like, you don't know how sick you are, like you're dying. And right then and there, my flesh wanted to say, I told y'all, I told, you know, but you don't even have the energy. I'm just like, I know I'm not going crazy. I know what I felt, because it's crazy how 30 minutes later she comes in and saying like you're dying, like, you know what I'm saying, you're dying and your organs, it was so weird. And I'm just like, yeah, I knew it was not no medicine. Yeah, this is what I felt and or whatnot. So they transferred me over to downtown because Trey, my son, was 23. Well, I was 23 weeks. So it was like, we don't have anything for no room for no 23 weekers. So you would have to go downtown. Yeah. You know, did they transfer you in an ambulance? Oh yeah. Same. By myself. No husband. No, Omar was behind me. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I still asking God, like, forgive me, because I was like, it was like I was conjuring myself. I was like, forgive me, Lord, and then don't let nothing happen to me. It was like, I don't know, it was weird, but I was like, what is going on? I was still scared. Yeah. I was like, Lord, I don't want to die in this ambulance. And I kept saying, Lord, save my son, save me. And I'm like, didn't you just tell the Lord that you want to say? It was just so much going on. It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot. And because I think DJ was so hurt, and I didn't know until later. I don't know. He never told me, but I think there was if I'm not making a mistake, and he can correct me, I think there was, I'm not gonna say it was a choice he had to make. I think it was like me or Trey. And I do remember they talked to DJ, but if I'm not, it feels God. It seems like I remember, because I was still on magnesium like 3 or 5 days when I was in the hospital. But I think he did share that with me. I think it was like, he didn't want to tell me at the time. Of course, they was telling him everything, but they didn't tell me. It was like, it's a choice, like your wife, or what would you do, like, if this situation happened? Imagine your husband being in a situation like, you trying to tell me you're my wife, or you gonna say my wife, or say my child? Can y'all save them both? So so they transferred me there. I rested. Yes. And that next day, December the 4th, straight gospel. I mean, I'm not listening to gospel anyway, but I'm talking about, you think it was a holy convocation. I had Bishop G. Patterson playing. I ain't want no TV on. I told my family, I was like, I don't want no TV. I ain't want like talking. If you want to talk, I ain't telling this, but I felt like, you gonna talk, go outside and talk. I want y'all to pray in here. Yeah. I listened to Bishop Mason prayer on YouTube, and I kept listening to, and the crazy thing is, I kept listening to Donald Lawrence, I Speak Life. But not knowing, y'all, I promise to goodness, the day I got pregnant, I listened to that song every night, repeat. That was mine to go to. Did not know 5 months later I was gonna go through that. I don't know why. I know the Lord had put in a drop. I haven't heard that song in years, and for some reason, like, the God dropped that in my spirit when I was pregnant to play Donald Lawrence, I Speak Life every night. I would have it on repeat. Good God. And DJ would look at me sometime at night and like, turn it off, you know, like, look at his eyes. Okay, but it was just a reason. And then when I went through the situation 5 months, I played that song again, and that December 4th, I was just resting and just praying. That was real. I was sick. And I felt like I got worse. I was sick. Yeah. And then the next day, my birthday. What kind of birthday is that? But I was in the hospital on my birthday. Then at 5, Trey was born. They wheeled me down.
How do you feel about the spinal tap?
What was it?
The spinal tap.
Oh, that. Can I be? I don't remember the pain. It didn't hurt. It didn't hurt. They said don't move. Yeah, they said don't move. I said okay, cause even you so high on magnesium. I'm just like okay. They said don't move and be paralyzed. They did that, and
somebody had to hold me because I was like
really?
Cause it was uncomfortable because you could feel a little pressure.
Was you on magnesium?
When I was on magnesium, I was in there for a couple of days. Wait, I was at Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I was in there for about a week. And I was in the hospital for about 8-9 days.
Me too. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so I got admitted on Monday. She was born on Friday morning, like 5 o'clock. So by Friday,
5 o'clock in the morning. This is some crazy stuff. My son was born at 5 in the afternoon. Evening.
Really?
That's crazy.
Yeah. She was born at 5 a.m.
Lots of stuff in common.
It's crazy. Yeah. And so by then they took me off the magnesium, but they was trying different blood pressure medicines on me. So I don't think the magnesium was in my system, but it was afterwards. They put me on magnesium after.
And there was some more. I have my thing at home, but there was more medicine, so I really didn't feel. So I feel like a drug addict. Like just.
I was out of it that day.
Yeah, I was out of that day too. I can't remember, and they put the needle in me. Yeah, I don't remember, and that's the only thing that hurts me. I remember them. I could feel pressure them trying to take Trey out.
I remember that. Did they say, could you see him?
No, they had to hurry up and rush him, so it was not here's your baby. It's like, all right, because I saw the pictures after, so I didn't get a chance to see Trey in the experience.
I did,
but he was like in a turkey. It reminds you of a turkey bag, like a plastic bag.
Yes, India was too. Now I didn't know this. My husband told me that they said do not expect to hear crying or anything. I didn't know that. They left me out the loop the whole entire time. So when he came in there, he didn't anticipate anything. But India did come out crying.
Really?
Yeah, she came out crying. And so they was like, oh, she's crying. So that was a sigh of relief. And then they said, did you want to see her? So they put down that curtain and I was able to see her.
I think like because Trey was so...
Probably.
23 weeks. That's...
Immediately.
Yeah.
Think about the body fat too.
That's what I'm saying. And then I don't remember nothing, but from looking at pictures from hearing my husband, they had to rush. They hurry up and put that breathing tube down. So nurses was like, he said they was running, trying to get him an incubator to have go to the NICU and stuff. And before that, I do remember I'm not gonna call him stupid. It was a stupid question. If he wasn't able to breathe, do you want us to bring him back? I was like, duh.
Yeah, do not.
What kind of question is that? I'm sorry.
Don't just write
you keep trying until God says it's not.
That's a word right there.
For real, who do you think you are? But anyways, they said I seen him out. They took me beside recovery and Trey was. I have a picture looking high. I was like smiling. I don't remember.
Yeah,
I do not remember my son being
in recovery.
Born.
You seen him in recovery? I didn't get to see India. They you were saying, as soon as she was out, I seen her her cry. They had her wrapped in that little plastic
and then you
bag.
Had to go back. Yeah. So they had to stitch me up and stuff. I went back to the room. All I remember seeing whole family in a room. I'm like looking, and I was talking so crazy. Thank God they said I was saying stuff about church, so. I wasn't cussing. I wasn't doing nothing nasty. Yeah. I won't say nothing crazy. Thank the Lord. My mom said she was kind of scared and stuff. So I was talking about church. I even said, "Oh, did y'all get my usher outfit?" And they was looking like, "What?"
Kanedra.
Yeah, I was out of it. But that next day, that's when you feel because I was still on magnesium. They couldn't let me eat because we had to make sure my blood pressure, make sure everything's going back down. So I didn't eat nothing. I didn't eat nothing that Tuesday night cars. So I haven't eten. I don't think I ate that Monday, so I haven't eaten Sunday night, y'all.
Girl,
and that's crazy. And I love to eat, so I didn't eat nothing.
Did they let you get something to drink?
I think I had I did have a popsicle.
Yup, popsicle, water, juice,
and that's it. But having a meal, since Sunday, and it's Thursday now. I'm having Trey, so the next day on that Friday was probably. I'm not gonna say worse, but it's the scary moment because now they keep saying. Like DJ was like, you wanna go to the NICU? I'm not gonna say he won't think it, but as a woman too trying to heal, I just had a C-section, and not only that, I've been in the bed the whole week. Yeah, I've been in the bed the whole week, so my legs were swollen. I could not walk. I had stuff all they put things inside me.
Just as if you have,
and I was
the baby.
Walk. I actually couldn't walk.
Did they roll you? I had to be rolled in.
Yeah, and then to the point the CNA was like, you want me to help you? And she helped me because I want to see my child. And it's hard. You guys trying to stand up.
It's hard to stand up straight.
You got to wash your hand for 3 minutes. I'm sitting here. They're like, no, sit down. I'm sitting in a wheelchair, washing my hands. And I went there and I saw Trey.
I bust out crying when I saw
Me too. And I cried.
It was a nasty cry because I couldn't catch my breath.
Yeah, it was like, I hate this. That sounds so rude. It was like a joy cry.
Yeah, it was
like I was scared, and I'm like, this baby, like Trey was small. Then they had him in this blue, what's it called, light, and then he had like little shades on.
Girl, yes.
And I'm like, I never seen his face. I was like crying, and it was not like like a cry, like he's just been born. It's like he died. I'm like, he's right there, but it felt like and DJ was like, it's okay. He broke down. And I was like, and he tried to be strong, and that's the only time I promise that I cried during the NICU experience.
I cried multiple times.
Yeah, I couldn't cry. I was emotional, but I didn't cry. It's weird.
Because I would check on DJ, like, DJ, she okay? Is she crying? Because I knew I cried a lot to the point where after I had India and I seen her for the first time, even when I was about to get discharged, I was just crying. Like, I cried probably all the way until she came home. Really? Yeah. It was just weighed on me a lot. And so the nurses was like, yeah, your hormones are, coming back to normal. That's postpartum depression. Wow. And it was like, no, my daughter's in the NICU. Yeah, it's not that, and that's, you want them to live, so it's not really depression, but at the same time, you can say it's depression because that joy of not taking your kid home. Yeah,
it does hurt like that, because that's how I look at it, and I never forget that same night when DJ wheeled me back, they was like, sometimes the doctors do their rounds at nighttime. They call. I hated that because you scared. You don't know what they're gonna say.
Heart beating.
Your heart beats so fast because you got a whole bunch of doctors coming around the bed, and it's like, I never forget this one particular one kept saying, he was, the way he says, not how he says, what he said. He was like, Mr. and Mrs. Johnson, Trey, just want you to know he's not gonna make it. He's got 2% chance to live. He was like, I'm sorry.
Is that ethical though, as a doctor?
I don't think no, because there was, and I'm not calling names, but there was some doctors. There was only one particular doctor who was just so
nasty.
I want to us it could be nasty, but you can tell he believed just in science.
Okay, gotcha.
And then you have others where even if they did believe in their gods, they believe in something that they was compassion. Like, listen, it's gonna be okay. Like, that's the word. Because he was just like, I'm just reading what the reports say, and it is what it is. When other doctors was like, they, said, Mr. and Mrs. Johnson, they called him, they said Daryl first, but then they found out his name was Third. They was like, what y'all call him? He said Trey. They was like, well, Trey, he's sick, and we don't expect him to live, be here overnight. But we're here for you, but we're gonna do everything we can. That was what other doctors said. Then he comes in and follow along and just say, well, he's not gonna live. He's not gonna make it overnight. When I tell you, it's my cry stopped because both of me and DJ broke down. So we could have both cried, but I feel like somebody had to be strong, so I got myself together. And I prayed, but I knew it was gonna be okay. Yes. Because as I said earlier, when I was pregnant, Donna Lawrence, I prayed every day for my child, and I prayed this in detail. This is crazy. I used to say.
So the crazy thing is, I did the same thing. Like when I was pregnant, I would pray over India, and then I would rub on my stomach and speak to my child. When you're paying tithe, I would say my seed is blessed and not cursed. And I'm praying over my seed. My seed is blessed and not cursed, and all that other stuff. And I would joke too and say, I want a quick delivery. I want a delivery that's under an hour. Wow. I don't want none of the problems. I don't feel no pain. Here I am in a C-section. Didn't feel no pain, and it was probably under an hour. So it's like, God, okay, you gotta be careful about what you say.
You really do, because I was saying, I think it was a week or two before Thanksgiving, I told my cousin, I told her to pop out. And my thing is, we hear it and we know the word life and death is in the power of the tongue, but like, you really have to be careful, even though it was like something, because I hear parents or mommies on Facebook, 35 week, I'm ready for him to come out. Girl. And I want to be so nosy, not like in their business. I'm like, baby, I'm like a grandma. Don't say that. Just let them be full term, because the things that we didn't experience, having no maternity photo shoot, we didn't experience having a baby shower, we didn't experience all the good stuff. Like I don't wanted back pains, but I'm beyond Nexus pregnancy. I want the back pain. I want my belly to be dropping.
You anticipate the contraction?
Yeah, I mean, I don't, but that's how serious it. Like, I want that experience. I want to have all that. My nose get bigger. That's okay because I feel like it's worth it. You just have to be careful of what you say. Every little details. But that day, he went back and told us that he wasn't gonna live. My mom, DJ family came back from South Carolina. I mean, my mama had a saint's prayer. She called Bishop, different people and stuff. People was praying and stuff.
You was praying too.
Yeah, y'all know y'all was. And I didn't have my phone for a whole week, so there was some people getting their feelings, thinking, ignoring them. I'm like, but if y'all knew what I'm going through, like, DJ had my phone. Like,
because they didn't let us have phones. They said, because for me too, they said you can't be on your phone. You can't really talk. You know, you can just really lay there and relax. That was the thing, relax. So I had my laptop because I was trying to do school. Like, I got to do school. Yes, I had to drop out because I was like, nah, it's my health. So I had to drop out from school. And yeah, just email my teachers like, I can't do this, you know, and Omar taking my phone, so I couldn't really talk either.
I didn't talk and stuff, and
couldn't.
The 7th day when Trey was in the hospital, because I think it was maybe my 9th day. And so when I was leaving, it was like the day 7 mean like completion, and everything started turning around. Even though there was some things, and then fast forward, they diagnosed him with he was diagnosed with 23 things. I can't even name a lot. I mean, he had a hernia, he had ROP. PDA, just so much brain in his, there's like fluid in his brain and different things like that. Then they say he had neck, and I don't know the word.
I don't know, but I heard that too.
It's like an infection. Yeah, NEC. It's an infection in the stomach, like, you know, and they know, and it is God. It was God, because this nurse had said that she went over there to Trey incubator, like, his stomach is dark, and I have the picture, and then they said she told the doctor, then they was like, you know, he's fine. She said, no, you need to go see. I just left the hospital. DJ and his dad and brother, it was Christmas Eve, and I think they just want to stay until 12 to kind of say happy, you know, first Merry Christmas to Trey. I'm sorry, my body was tired because remind you, he was born December 5th. You're supposed to have 6 weeks to heal from C-section. When you have a child, Nick, you know, you're not gonna do no staying home. You're gonna still go. So I'm in the cold, like, limping like and in pain.
Let me take this painkiller and still go.
And go to the NICU. So I was tired. I was still hurting. And then I never forget, Miss Teresa called me. DJ's mom was like, Kanedra, we gotta go back to the hospital. And I got out the building. Oh my God, my heart dropped. And I'm not, because I was scared. I didn't cry, but I was scared, but I just didn't cry, and I just couldn't cry. I was just like, okay, what is it? Then they explained to us, like, we're gonna have to have an emergency surgery, because they explained to us that if that nurse did not see that, Trey would have died overnight, because she caught it,
and they tried to write it off, like you said.
She caught it, and I don't know who that nurse is to this day. She caught it, and then they fixed it, and then it got worse again, and then he had to have another surgery 3 days later, and then they fixed it. So now my son has a little surgery scar that they had his intestines hanging out because the intestines it was an infection, so they had to cut a piece and stuff. So months later he got it back inside, but yeah. I mean,
God is good.
He is, and it's more with that NICU experience we did. We was in a NICU for 179 days. We got transferred to another hospital because of different reasons that one hospital wasn't able to do. I was kind of sad because I do love that.
That was a good
That was the best. That was a good hospital.
They had good nurses.
Yes, and he was blessed to have good 4 primary nurses. Now, let me ask you this question.
I think I know what you're gonna ask me.
The people, and I know, and we're gonna explain ourselves, because I really try not to do my face. I'm glad we're in quarantine. It was a reason why God put COVID, because I think people ask me that, I think my face expression shows. So now I've worked on it for almost a year, so when I come back to certain areas, I can tell them, like, okay,
what you're talking about.
Let me explain. When people ask you, hey, is India crawling yet? Is she walking yet? Can she eat? Can she drink from a bottle yet? Can she eat? Why she ain't crying? Why she ain't laughing?
So,
and they think something wrong with your child, and I'm not saying, but they think your child with disability. I'm like, no.
the thing is, they don't realize that just because your child was born does not mean they were born full term. So they're still growing outside of the stomach as if they were in the womb. You know what I'm saying?
And I make it easier for people. Look at the incubator is my womb.
Yeah.
That's how I look at, like, the incubator is my womb. So yes, they was born early. Any preemie babies, like Trey and Annie was born 3 months earlier, but their due date was March. So we go based off if they was born in March. So Trey would be 1 December the 5th, but he is 7 months, would be 8 months in the end of the month, but he acts like a 7-month-old. So he's doing things. Now everything he's not doing with 7-month-old, because you have to understand he was in a hospital for 6 months laying down, so he has to do physical therapy. Imagine if we was laying in a bed for 6 months not doing nothing. You have to learn how to use your things. So he's getting better sit. Like, I can put him in a chair in a corner and his head, he might do this a little bit, but he hates tummy time. I'm praying, y'all pray.
We'll go to the store. When she was able to come out the house, we'll go to the store, like Carter's, get her some clothes. You know, people just being intrigued and saying, how old is she? Well, she's 6 months. And the one lady had her baby who was like 6 months. She's like, oh. It's like,
that's the thing, because, and like I said,
the looks and
the quarantine is helping me.
It is.
Because, like, my son is now 14 pounds, and I know people, and I know people will be like, well, 1 year, won't he be about 30 pounds? No, because you got to think about them being in the hospital, having medical issues, can stop their weight growth. Yeah. And he wasn't eating for like a whole 4 months almost. So he really just started, like, it put it this way, when you go home, you'll become better. So when you're in the hospital, you can't sleep and stuff.
They're not going to hold the baby like you would. They can't do that. They have other babies.
Yeah. So, I mean, he's 14 pounds, but, I think sometimes my fear is, but I think at the same time, I know people gonna have my back. But when I go to different places, different events, I'm already preparing myself mentally. I am, seriously. I'm preparing myself mentally when I do. It might sound stupid to me, but there's some people who know the answer, but they still want you to answer the question. And then there's some people who genuinely don't have an understanding. Like, because I had somebody ask me, oh, is he crawling yet? And I didn't take it offensive, because I feel like a lot of people think with preemies it's all about weight, but it's not just about weight. It's about things they like. There are some babies who got brain issues, heart issues, lung issues.
They call it catching up.
Yeah, they have to catch up. And then they were sick on top of that. So it's like they endured a lot of things in the hospital. So when they're coming out and they trying to learn this new thing and stuff. So I mean, I am really preparing myself when that
be protective. I would say that. I'm protective of your baby because of the stares, the looks, the questions. I had one person. I don't know if you had this, but there was we put it out there that she was in the NICU. Oh, okay. And that she was born early, and there were still people asking for pictures. And I had people ask me that. This is me how I felt. I don't care if you were my first cousin. I don't care if you was my best friend. I did not care if you were my mom, my dad. If I didn't send it to you, don't ask. That, and I felt if you was not with me during that experience, why do you want a picture? Why? You didn't call to check on me. And it's not me being paid. You didn't call to check on him. Because a lot of people, when they did find out I was in a hospital, and I'm not going to get mad, because at the beginning stage, and I'm going to ask you this question, I was mad at a lot of people, because I felt like, y'all, I'm in the hospital, and it's not she just had a baby early. I'm talking about I'm dying type. And then I had to learn, a lot of people didn't know my situation. True. That is true. So I was mad for almost 2-3 months at some people, family and friends, like, y'all didn't check on me. And then and I felt, this is what I felt, I'm not saying it's true, I felt some of them knew my son was in the NICU. They still didn't reach out to me. And I'm not talking about random people, I'm talking about people you grew up with, like my close friends, my close family members. And then they say to other people, I have somebody said, well, Romaine feel like she don't want to be bothered. You haven't talked to me in 2 months. And then I had somebody, they knew my situation, and then they would ask me, hey, other question. But then I'm learning, and when you do spiritual growth, you learn sometimes people don't know what to say. Yeah. They don't know how to say it. And they're scared of how they're scared to receive it. I just thank God for everything that He's just done for our family and stuff. I mean, it's still a process. Do you know? I'm sorry to cut you off. Do you know that your father-in-law, what's your father-in-law? Maybe I should tell people. So, I was in the hospital, and this was Thursday. I think Omar got a call from DJ about your dad. I guess he didn't know that I was having a girl, and God told him, you know, revealed to him that it was a girl, and that she's gonna be born early.
You know, I think I remember that when I was, this is like beginning of our marriage. I think I remember something.
That we was gonna have a girl, that she was gonna be born early. This was like Thursday or that same week that God showed him.
Did he call like your father-in-law?
He called, maybe. I don't know. It just came back to me through Omar.
Okay.
Yeah, and that she was gonna be born early, but she's gonna be okay. This is before India was born early. And so that's one of the things that I held on to when she was in the NICU. Like, confirmation after confirmation. I know that she's gonna be okay.
But
Lord sent a messenger saying that, you know, she's gonna be okay.
I think I remember that. I think I do remember something like my father-in-law did say something like that. I don't know the details, but when you say, I think I totally remember that situation.
So even in like our lowest moments, God is so faithful that he sends confirmation, that he sends like encouraging words and people to bless us, you know, with their own testimonies. There are people that share their own testimonies of their child being born early, and what people saying that they ain't gonna make it, or they're gonna be disabled or something like that, you know. So God is good.
He is.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, I left something I remember through the days when I was in the hospital stay and I was getting better. I was able to eat. Yeah. I was like getting up 4 o'clock in the morning. You can't really sleep in the hospital anyway. So the Lord said, and I made a promise to God, I said, God, I promise you I will share this story. And I'm not looking for what's the word, like, to be famous for this. Right. If it's God's will for just the world to know, you know, what's going on. I don't care if Ellen pick it up, it's cool, whatever. But my thing was, the reason why I wanted God's name to be glorified know who Jesus is, because I didn't pray to Allah. I didn't pray to any of those things. I prayed to Jesus.
To the universe.
I didn't pray to the universe. I didn't get no vibes from the universe. We prayed. Jesus did this for both of our child, and I believe souls can, it might sound simple, but I believe souls can get saved from this, because there's probably people like, well, I done tried all these other gods and stuff, so tell me about your God. And I can tell you, like, he's a miracle worker, he's a promise keeper. You know, God is, it's not enough words to like express who God is and what he is to me. I don't know what he is to you, but he is all of that. He's great. He's wonderful. And like, to see my child, for somebody to say that your child has a 2% chance to live and told me that you're dying, it could be like in 48 hours possibly. My family saw me raise up. I seen my child raised up. They said my son was gonna have a trait.
Really?
Yes. They said Trey was supposed to, he gonna. No.
None of that, y'all. Y'all didn't see him. None of that.
None of that. He has a G2, but they say that he's not going to be able to drink liquids for a while. I believe that one day he's going to be able to drink on an apple juice container. And he's not going to have a sippy cup. Yeah, he's going to have a sippy cup one day. And I don't know when the time meant, but God's timing. Like, I'm learning, like, God, if it's the age of 5 and he have his first cup of apple juice, let it be. But God's the point is, he's not gonna have that G2 forever.
No, it's not.
He's not gonna have that oxygen cannula forever. Nope. He gonna be walking here, and your folks say he probably, you know, getting on my nerves later. But
you're gonna be chasing him like, good God, what happened to the crawling? No, seriously.
But I'm looking forward to.
If y'all don't hear that, that's my daughter now. Yes.
I'm looking forward to him crawling and all that stuff. That's what I can. I'm enjoying him now. Trey's now talking a little bit.
Oh, sweetie.
I think he said dada yesterday.
Really?
But DJ got excited. I'm like, bruh, it's just the vowels. He's just saying that's the vowels.
He says it's easier to say.
It's dada, mama. They know it's not. He's not saying dada.
Yeah, I think too. Now that you mention that, one thing that I have learned is to really just enjoy the moment. If you're a NICU parent, sometimes you get caught up in hit this milestone, hit this milestone, hit this milestone.
It's on their timing.
Yes, it's on their timing. And to just enjoy the moment of watching your child grow and blossom and mature. You know, because you don't want to rob them of just being a kid and just being a baby and just loving mom and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Because it's going to come now. Because sometimes I get in my little feelings like, I sometimes look on Facebook like milestones, like what the 8 months is supposed to do. I'm like,
don't do that. You're gonna drive
crazy. And I stopped doing that.
Yes, I had to too.
I had to stop because now Trey the whole time he couldn't even toys. He would just drop it. Now he grabbed everything. Grabbed my brain.
I seen that video on Snapchat. So cute on Snapchat. Yes.
He is just he's doing great. I'm just happy. So we're glad. I'm really glad that we're able to share our NICU experience, our preemie experience, our health experience, Dell experience.
Just like what she was saying. It's crazy how I went through it and then a year later you went through it. And this is just to show that the things that we go through in our lives are not just for ourselves. Because if I had not gone through it and she called me, I would not have known what to do.
I probably know who to call. I was probably just going through the process.
Yeah,
like you know had to go through in a way. Yeah. But you had to go through it for to help me, and then I have to go through it to help somebody else.
It's a word in there, I promise you.
I have to. It's just you helping each other, like you shutting your mouth, not telling your story. And I understand in a way, but you don't want to tell your you can't have babies. I get it. I understand. You don't want to share about you losing the hoop. Like, I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about sometimes the preemie stuff because it really hurts.
It's
but
sensitive. Yeah.
When it's the time, when God give you the time to share, you know when the time is.
Yeah. And
I knew it was my time right now.
Yeah.
To tell, but if it was 5 or 10 years from now to tell, because some people I have met people message me like, "Thank you, I'm scared. I was a preemie," and I'm like, "You was?" And I'm never, people we know personally, and like they was like, I'm not talking about no 38, 37. I'm talking about 29 and the 20s. I'm like, really? And y'all, you know, and it's like, thank you for sharing, because now I'm able to share. So that's what I'm looking at. I'm trying to get people to talk about it, and everything I do, make sure God
is good the glory.
He gets the glory out of all of that.
Yeah. This experience is one for the books. Like Kanedra said, we will always talk about it. You know, even if you don't see pictures, trust and believe there is a testimony, you know, behind our children. And I think that they will do great things. For sure. I think that's why the devil tried to stop it. You know, but I for sure know that they will do great things and whatever God has called them to do. But if you are pregnant or want to get pregnant, there are some things that you can do to prevent high blood pressure. I know I have researched and I was told by my OB that, you know, not eating fast foods or processed foods, that's where that hypertension comes in.
I love sodas, but lay off the sodas.
Lay off the sodas. Relax, because I was stressed out. Sugar.
And my OB, everybody's different. But my OB told me, for me, everybody's different, but I'm just, you know. Yeah, true. Possibly vegetarian diet while you're pregnant. Yes. I know y'all, we want to eat meat, I understand. Girl. But if you want to get pregnant, you prepare yourself, eat a vegetarian diet because healthy. And I know your hormones, but I was eating pickles. I went back to meat. I was a vegan. And then I started craving. I'm like, why am I craving? Because I was pregnant. But yeah, just change your diet too, because don't you have to, if y'all decide to have this one, you gonna get a baby aspirin?
Yeah, you have to take, well, if you have preeclampsia, your first pregnancy, or if you have high blood pressure, even in your pregnancy, take a baby aspirin a day until you deliver.
Oh God, that's a lot. Is it a lot?
I guess so, but well, my primary care, she's a black woman. She said that she took a baby aspirin a day and she was good. Full-term? Yeah, full term. And that was my black primary. But then I had also a white primary doctor. She had preeclampsia and she has 3 kids. And she did the baby aspirin a day for both her babies, and they came out fine.
That's the only thing too. I'm gonna speak it. Our baby gonna be full term next time. I want a girl. Jesus,
Come on, girl.
I spoke it last time.
I remember baby reveal.
But I'm happy I got a boy. But I really want a girl. But I'm praying for both. Would be a full term. They said for last time. It's not a possibility. It's a possibility still. I'm like,
no. We ain't gonna. Don't bring that.
We ain't having no child in no NICU again. No. I'm wanting 40 weeks. Yeah. I don't want to be fat. Yeah. Well, we said life.
We're gonna be healthy.
We're gonna be healthy. We just said life. I don't mind the big nose. I want my baby shower, maternity, pictures, all that good stuff.
Yeah, and pray for it now. Yeah. You know, healthy baby, labor, delivery, all of that, and recovery. So yeah, just make sure you're eating, you know, what you're supposed to be eating. Plenty of water. Yeah. Take your multivitamins.
Oh yeah.
Don't stress out. And
for nobody or nothing.
If you gotta cut some people off for the time of your pregnancy, do that. You know, but don't stress out and just, you know, enjoy the growth of your baby.
Enjoy it. Don't keep putting on Facebook, I'm ready for him to come out. That bothers me.
Watch what you say. Yeah, but yeah. Is there anything else you want to say?
Just follow me. Say
no. Yeah, go ahead.
Instagram, KJ. The way that's KJSWAY, and then Trey has his own page.
Yes, he does.
Life of Trey. So it's life LIFE_ of Trey TRE. You can follow me on Facebook, Kanedra Johnson, and I have a podcast. I haven't done it lately, but I mean I have one. You can go back and listen to it and stuff. So
we have one.
We do.
Yeah, we recorded.
We showed
She
it.
said y'all.
Oh gosh, that'll show how long it's been this summer. I've been busy with Trey, but
being a mom, child.
Yeah, one day will be consistent. But y'all pray for me on that one.
Yes,
it'd be so busy.
Yeah, it'd be like that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We'll probably have to split this up into part 1 and part 2.
That'd be nice.
Yeah. Like we always say, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys for tuning into our video. Hope you enjoy our testimony of what God has done in our lives and is still doing in our children's lives as well. Yeah. Until the next time. Bye.
Bye.